Lying. But Danielle denied that all this elaborate spying escalated.
Hello. We're back for Team Fight Tactics. See what we got going on here.
And I told the attorney.
You guys miss me?
And the attorney said,
Dude, I don't like that guy. He sucks.
He said that's good
Matter of
evidence.
fact, give him damn.
She wanted to be able to have leverage and be able to embarrass him.
Danielle told the detectives another reason was
Damn
plain
bull,
old curiosity. I had to see for myself that there was a girl who broke my heart.
How did you?
I don't know why, because she knew.
Well, and that's the big question, right? You were doing it for 4 years, and why did it break your heart?
I think I still love my husband, still have feelings for him. What's more, Danielle said she and Michael had stopped their spying weeks before the shooting. Detectives also asked about those text messages, which they found so troubling. Danielle said they were all in fun. They first questioned Danielle about the text Michael sent her.
I want to roll his head off and then put you in her, just for good measure. Do you remember him saying that? I don't.
When he said it before, he would say, he was like, I'll kill you. They then asked Danielle about the messages she sent back to him.
I'm so close to introducing them both to Daisy.
I remember saying that I didn't have Daisy with me. That's fine. Nor would I do anything with a gun. I mean, I think I was trying to impress Michael in a weird way. Do you think that they're joking with each other, or do you think it's real?
I asked Danielle that very
Damn, guys, we got a nice mansion now. Fucking loving life. Fucking took a long time. I slept in my car for a fucking couple days.
That's not the way Sam's sister saw it.
Things are good now. We're fucking good. That's good. Always have been. Fucking haters.
Almost
Fuck
13
these
years.
motherfucking haters.
Even talking about it with you now, I loved you.
I don't know what the fuck
Those
to do with
texts,
that
she
blunt.
said, proved just how much Danielle hated Sam and wanted him out of the way. She's convinced Danielle manipulated Michael to feel the same way. Do you think that Danielle had anything to do with your brother's death? Is she somehow directly associated?
I think she is. I hold Daniel Dreher as much, if not more, responsible than the man that actually shot him.
Cindy told detectives she believed hatred wasn't Danielle's only motive, but she was also told he had each incentive.
I believe it was the money. To divorce him and split half of it is one thing, but to get all of it, I don't think it was money. I think it was always money.
Just over $1 million, in fact.
There was a substantial amount of money that she was going to gain if Sam turned out dead. And that's exactly what happened.
We asked Danielle Dreher to sit down with us for an interview. Both she and her attorney declined. But during Danielle's interview with the detectives, she emphatically denied having anything to do with Sam's murder.
I would never kill my husband. I would never kill another human being.
And the man who pulled the trigger supported Danielle's claim of innocence in no uncertain terms.
I acted on my own. I just did all on my own. And,
So, you're indicating that Danielle's only involvement was in order to help you basically get dirt on her husband to help with the divorce. Nothing to do with harming him.
But Michael's response didn't sway Cindy Lutz.
I didn't believe him. I think he was protecting her. I think he would have done anything for her.
Cindy believes that includes lying about Danielle being involved in Sam's murder. Cindy wasn't alone.
Do I believe that she was part of the murder scheme? Yes.
Sarasota County lead homicide prosecutor Karen Franklin believed Danielle manipulated Michael to kill Sam.
She's a very manipulative person, and she was able to manipulate Michael Meyer. And there was a dead man because of that.
The question now before the prosecutor, could she prove it in court? Coming up, will one lover betray another?
We were hoping that he would contact us and say, hey, what if it was the truth?
And the lover left behind ponders what might have been.
Was he the one? He was the one, without a doubt. He still has one.
When Dateline continues. This summer, we're in a race against time as temperatures rise. Abused and neglected animals across the country are suffering right now in the unbearable, scorching heat. They're thirsty and panting, chained outside with no water, and many are desperately trying to hang on for just one more day.
Extreme heat can have a major impact on animals, and we see that all the time. Without shade, to be without shelter, without adequate water, to basically just left out there dealing with the baking sun all day.
Will you come forward to help save an animal in distress today? Visit joinaspca.org. Call this toll-free number or scan the code on your screen to be counted for this life-saving appeal. Donate now, and with your gift of just $19 a month, you can help save an animal's life this summer. Go online, call, or scan now. It's just 63 cents a day. We will put your gift to work right away, rescuing animals who might not survive if we don't get to them soon. But the situation is urgent, and tomorrow could be too late for an animal who is suffering in the sweltering heat right now.
In my mind, one more hour is not acceptable. These animals have suffered enough.
This is no way for any animal to live, and it's heartbreaking to imagine what they are going through. They're desperately trying to hang on. Time is running
Check
out.
the beat.
Your support
Yeah, we use
will
a
help
jack.
things right now. Don't wait.
These animals have been dealing with that environment and probably much worse for a long time.
So visit our website, call this number, or scan the code on your screen, and donate just $19 a month. Do it in the next 10 minutes, and we'll send you this free welcome kit, including our limited edition Animal Champion t-shirt.
We cannot put an end to this type of animal cruelty without the generous support of the ASPCA donors.
If there ever was a time, this is it.
Get in
So if
there.
you sign up in the next 10 minutes,
Show them
we'll
who
send
you are,
this
Jack.
free welcome kit,
Oh,
including
here
a
we go.
free
Oh,
t-shirt
Jack. Oh, you getting fucked up. Hold up, bro. Oh, Jack's
to
got
save an
beans.
animal's life this summer.
Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no way this motherfucker. Ain't
These
no way.
animals have suffered enough.
And a
they
gun. That shit crazy, that damn gun.
why these animals will never have to suffer again.
It's alright. You know I got a weak team right now. So.
We're in a race against time to reach vulnerable animals who are barely hanging on. Help rescue an animal today. Go online, call, or scan right now.
Stock Pet Insurance plans help pet parents focus on the moments that matter and worry less about unexpected vet bills. From puppyhood and beyond, Stock can cover up to 90% of eligible vet visits. Visit StockPet.com to get a free quote.
Hey, what's up? It's the People Star here, Damon John. Now, I'm going to give you a tip. This one is about how to create some wow factor in your home. And nearly everybody that comes to my home comments about how amazing it smells. My family and I feel like we live in a luxurious hotel every day. I mean, think about it. It's been over 2 years, and still, the first thing anyone notices when we go to the of our home is how amazing it smells.
Looking for a way to stretch the dollar? With Insurify, you can cut your car insurance bill in half. Scroll through dozens of prices and tap for online. That's it. No phone calls and no wasted time. Go to Insurify and save today.
My friends call me Sam. I naturally hold a lot of stress in my digestive system, as a lot of women do. When I started taking DSO1, I immediately noticed how much lighter I felt, vibrant, alive. It really helps me stay regular, and you're not bloated at all. I honestly recommend DSO1 to everyone.
Visit C.com to start DSO1 today.
It wasn't always like this.
Trying this meat sounds painful and awkward, but Reverie's vaginal moisturizer brought back this far. Thousands of women have restored their vaginal moisture. Join them at Reverie.com.
It is real. Okay, take a picture.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I lost 50 pounds and gained $1,900.
Get fit to get healthy at healthywager.com.
Of all the homicides Karen Frevele has prosecuted, she found the case of Sam Dreer's murder especially frustrating.
It's hard to remain unemotional in murder. And the murder of an innocent person who did nothing except fall in love with another woman.
Michael Miner may have shot Sam. The prosecutor Frevele believed Danielle manipulated him to do it, and that her motive was more than just money.
I think there was a financial motive, certainly. Probably the most overarching motive was just jealousy. Despite the fact that she was conducting an affair of her own, I think that she was just completely enraged that Sam started stepping out on her as well.
But in order to prove that in court, Frevele felt she would need something she didn't yet have. A statement from Michael saying Danielle acted as his accomplice. So she waited, thinking time would compel him to come forward and admit Danielle was involved. He never did. Michael maintained Danielle played no role in Sam's murder.
Was this possibly a twisted act of chivalry? I think that certainly one of his motivations, if not his sole motivation, was trying to protect the woman that he loved.
Did you say to him, "Why are you protecting her?"
Yes. And he said, I'm not. He said, I'm not protecting her.
We were hoping that he would contact Astor's lawyers and say, hey, I want to tell you the truth. I want to tell you what part she had in it. That never happened.
2.5 years after shooting Sam, Michael Miner agreed to plead no contest to second-degree murder.
And it will live with me forever, and it will haunt me forever.
In exchange for his plea, Michael received a sentence of 30 years.
I would not give him anything less than that. I mean, he pulled the trigger. He didn't pull it once, he pulled it 3 times.
I was glad that he was going to jail. Michael Miner didn't just kill our brother. He has mortally wounded our entire family.
Michael Miner never wavered in his statement that he acted alone. In the end, prosecutor Frevele felt she didn't have enough evidence to charge Danielle as Michael's accomplice.
I cannot charge someone based upon my speculations, my family's beliefs, and even the ugliness of these text messages is not enough unless I can show that there was a conspiracy. Michael Miner never did
He
this.
is strong, though.
What is your gut telling you, that Danielle was
He is
indirectly
strong.
involved, directly involved, or
She wasn't,
what had no part in this whatsoever?
she wasn't involved in that homicide.
News of the decision not to prosecute Danielle for Sam's murder made Sam's sister Cindy furious.
Do I think it's a tough case? Yes, absolutely. But you know what? Their job is not to prosecute cases that are easy. Their job is to prosecute criminals.
But just when everyone thought Danielle was free and clear, prosecutor Frevele said, not so fast. Remember Michael Miner's videotape break-in of Diane McKnight's apartment? The prosecutor believed Danielle not only helped plan the break-in, but she also instructed Michael to steal some of Diane's possessions. Danielle was charged with burglary and theft. At trial, the defense argued Danielle never asked Michael to steal anything. The jury didn't agree. She was found guilty as charged and sentenced to 3 years in prison.
This was a very satisfying verdict, to see the woman be punished for her actions.
Is the murder of Sam Dreer an open case or a closed case?
No, it's a close case.
But not for Cindy, who continues to mourn the loss of her brother. She keeps his uniform close by for comfort, and with it, a lifetime of memories.
He was loving, he was caring, he was the peacemaker. He was always doing for others. He was just sweet.
Cindy once felt the same way about her sister-in-law Danielle. Now there's bad blood between the two. Cindy fought Danielle in court over benefits from Sam's life insurance. They ultimately reached a confidential settlement. Cindy also keeps a watchful eye on Danielle. According to Cindy, Danielle was dating another man before she went to prison.
She was living with a firefighter. As a matter of fact, one of my brother's supposed father brothers.
What's your advice to this guy?
This firefighter. Much better. You know, the last 2 guys involved with Danielle, one's dead, one's in prison.
As for Diane, she's now left to reflect on a life with Sam that could have been.
Did you two talk about marriage? Yes. And was that in the cards? Oh, absolutely. Did you ever feel like I'm being punished for having this affair? Oh, yes. I might have said those exact words to myself. It all started in a club with an innocent conversation. Mm-hmm. Was it all worth it? Falling in love with Sam, I would never change. Having met Sam. Was he the one? He was the one. Without a doubt. He stole its home.
That's all for this edition of Dateline. I'm Andrea Kim. Thanks for watching.
Dateline. She has magnetic power, dark raven hair, the intense brooding look to her. You're on the edge of your seat because this means danger. It's just mayhem.
It's the story being watched around the world. The Netflix series Evil Genius.
One of the most diabolical cases in criminal history.
A bank robbery and bomb plot.
This death trap was locked around his neck.
Horrifying. Horrifying.
Turned deadly mystery.
The notes say, "We are following you."
It seemed like someone playing the game.
Their full plans example in interviews heard here first.
He was murdered. I told my child for 15 years.
Inside the riveting story Dateline's covered from the start.
There's a frozen body. It's in the freezer in the garage.
We have 3 different deaths. How are they related? I'm thinking, wow, she could really be the mastermind of this. Evil and death and greed. It's not a script. It's not make believe.
How horrible can it be? Maybe very intense.
Late summer afternoon in Alabama along with Rachel. August 28, 2003. A day that people of Erie, Pennsylvania will long remember, not for its pleasant reasons, but for that spasm of unexpected violence. Dateline was there. It all started with a pizza delivery. It ended 2 hours later in one of the most bizarre crimes police have ever witnessed. Maybe you remember bits of it. A pizza delivery guy robbing a bank, claiming he had a ticking time bomb locked around his neck. The images are hard to forget, and still painful to watch.
Horrific, bizarre, almost like the mother of all, whodunits.
Strange indeed. But on that day, we didn't have a clue about all that still lay ahead. A few weeks after the bank heist, this happened.
There's a frozen body. It's in the freezer in the garage.
A 911 caller said there was a man dead in a freezer in his garage, and a woman in his living room very much alive.
Who is she to you, sir? Well, I had to do some stuff that I shouldn't do.
That call was made by a huge guy in bib overalls who looked like an extra from the old show He-Bop. But he was no dumb hayseed.
He was the smartest guy in the room, he'll tell you himself.
He would become one of the leads, maybe the mastermind, in a colorful cast of characters, people on the fringes of society. Let's just call them unconventional.
All the broken toys of your EPA show him that story. It's amazing.
At the center of it all was Marjorie Deal Armstrong. Marjorie, where do you even begin?
She had danger written all over. She did. She has a magnetic quality about her. Some people have described it as magnetically revolting. The amazing part for me is these people all found with the same like-mindedness for evil and death and greed.
It started on a Thursday, 1:30 in the afternoon. An order came into Mamma Mia's Pizzeria. 2 sausage and pepperoni pies for delivery. Driver Brian Wells scribbled down the address. It wasn't a home or even a business. The caller wanted the pizza delivered to a cluster of TV station antennas and satellite dishes nestled in the woods. Delivery man Wells had arrived. About an hour after that, another call came. This one to 911. FBI Special Agent Jerry Clark was in his office, looking forward to a long Labor Day weekend.
I was downtown and got notified that there was a bank robbery at 7200 Peach Street.
FBI is what you guys do?
FBI, that's what I do. I've been to hundreds in my career, so this one sounded different though.
Security cameras showed just how different. The robber was Brian Wells, the delivery guy from Mamma Mia.
He handed the teller a note saying this is a bank robbery. I have a bond, and I need $250,000 in cash. He had something underneath his shirt, but you really couldn't see exactly what it was.
Whatever the device was, it was attached around Wells's neck with something that looked like a giant handcuff. He was holding a bag in one hand, a cane in the other. At least it looked like a cane.
Demeanor was calm, and that was the sort of bizarre thing for us. Sort of swinging the cane and then walking with the money very casually.
Grabs a lollipop, which they have in the cabinet.
To feel comfortable enough to reach into the basket to pull out a lollipop actually surprised me.
Wells strolled out with a bag of money, but he might not have been so calm if he knew how fast law enforcement was responding.
The guy just walked out with I don't know how much cash in the bag. He has wonderful. He's sitting in the parking lot. I've been telling him, I'm watching him on the rearview mirror right now.
State troopers were closing in.
I got called to a bank robbery in progress.
Pennsylvania State Police Crime Unit Supervisor Lamont King rolled out. Jerry Clark of the FBI was on his way. So was the Erie PD bomb squad. TV News Live runners weren't far behind. The pizza guy turned bank robber broke out of the McDonald's parking lot at the time, but didn't get far. Wells was intercepted just up the hill by troopers, only a few hundred yards from the bank itself.
I had to get out the vehicle, at which time they noticed the collar around his neck.
The robber told them he was wearing a bomb. They weren't about to doubt him.
Troopers took precaution, handcuffed the individual, kneeled him down, and then they proceeded to take cover.
FBI man Jerry Clark arrived moments later.
I came screaming up Peach, and I pulled exactly to the end of the lot and thought, oh man, that's too close. I immediately reversed, came around, and got into this parking lot, and fucking Wells, he is.
Wells identified himself, said he was a pizza delivery man. Sitting on the pavement, cross-legged and handcuffed, Wells seemed more desperate than desperado. He pleaded for a cigarette and help. And then he told his story, his words. Some black man had accosted him, locked a fiendish collar around his neck, and activated the bomb.
Conversations back and forth, and went on for quite a while.
Police didn't know what to make of the man with the bomb, but they knew he was dangerous and kept a safe distance. It was a stalemate with no easy way out. Wells sat in the picture for 10 minutes, then 20, all the while tick, tick. The bomb squad was getting close. Traffic right now was hopelessly snarling. They'd be there in a few minutes. Nobody knew that would be time enough. Coming up.
He's pleading, can you get this thing off me?
A race against the clock.
Have you ever seen anything like that? No.
And what they would see as the case unfolded would be darker than anything imaginable.
I just was overwhelmed by this story. She's at the center of this. What does this mean?
When Dateline continues.
Hey, what's up? It's the People Star here, Damon Don. Now, I'm going to give you a tip. This one is about how to treat a wow factor in your home. Nearly every day that comes to my home comments about how everything is no. My family is not. I feel like we live in a good hotel every day. I mean, think about it. It's been over 2 years, and still, the first thing anyone knows is when we go through the door of our home.
Like at Sewer Cellular, we pride ourselves in giving you fast, reliable, and nationwide coverage at up to half the cost of the leading carriers. But don't worry, we've got more than that going for us. Like this beautiful store in Arizona, for example. It's a perfect place for me to tell you a little bit more about our phones. How they can become your phone.
Get out of my face, boy.
We probably got it. We have the top smartphones from all the major companies. If it's state-of-the-art cameras you want, we got it. If you want a smartphone with lots of bells and whistles but won't break the bank, we've got that too. We even have a flip phone, like the Iris Flip. We even have watches. I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have one of these amazing stores in my town yet? Can I get these phones sent in?
Yes, you can.
Is it easy?
Easy as pie.
New customers who buy any phone get 2 months of service free when they sign up by July 31st. Call 800-918-5494 or visit consumercellular.com to switch today.
You know what's popular? Pick up the phone. The dog really ordered the I'll have this next day. And this is what it's giving.
We're giving away this 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath in the heart of the Ozark National Forest. You can win this cat worth $1 million cash.
So we'll get you out town today. Today, that's correct.
What's that right now? Looking for a way to stretch the dollar? With Insurify, you can cut your car insurance bill in half. Scroll through dozens of prices and tap the switch online. That's it. No phone calls and no wasted time. Go to Insurify and save today.
At DriveTime.com, we know you just put a Shopify phone number without impacting your credit. No, don't you dare get my credit.
We want your credit.
You can get approved via real terms and customize your payment
With no hit to your credit.
Yay, no credit. Shop your cars online with no credit hit at DriveTime.com. If you have ugly yellow toe fungus, let me tell you about this secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. It's called Crystal Flush. It works from the inside and the outside. I mean, he tried everything. Nothing helps. His toes were nasty. Crystal Flush is the only thing that's worked. In just a few weeks, his toes look amazing. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. And you can try it risk-free. You have nothing to lose. Go check it out now. Go to crystalflush.com.
Dolls are expensive. My number one pet parent had Spot Pet Insurance.
Spot made it so painless and easy for me. They reimbursed me $2,700.
I'm here to tell you, consider getting pet insurance. We've all done the smell check. Trust me, I'm good. Claire B targets vaginal odor at the source. Claire B, long-term relief from vaginal odor. Try it at ClaireB.com.
Six-year-old Brian Brown started the day as a pizza delivery service. Then he robbed the bank. Next, he was a ticking time. The device was locked around his neck like a handgun. But Wells didn't have a key, and he said the bomb's timing was ticking down. Wells was on the ground, hands cuffed behind his back and surrounded. Police with guns drawn. TV news crews getting it off. FBI agent Jerry Clark was just 20 feet from Wells. The man people described as calm when he robbed the bank seemed increasingly anxious.
He's pleading. Can you get this thing off me?
No one dared approach. The standoff lasted 30 excruciating minutes. And then something happened.
You hear a countdown beep on the technology or something? Very faintly, BPC, digital countdown timing.
Someone came for the BB2. He grabbed a pair of binoculars and zoomed in on Wells.
I'm listening to him, and I kind of put my things in, and I hear another beat. One tried the second beat, he got agitated.
The standoff has now lasted 31 minutes. The clock hit 3:18. The device walked around Brian Wells' neck and exploded.
I'll never forget it. Mr. Lowe fell back, and I watched his chest, and the air went out, but never came back. And I thought, this is a fatal situation.
and debris sailing through the air. Huh?
Sailing, you could feel the percussion from the device.
I'll throw a couple pieces hit right on the ground here. The basic image that sticks in my mind is his eyes going into the back of his head, and then he just went down.
Brian Wells died moments after the explosion. The bomb crushed his chest and lacerated his heart. It was a horrifying scene, all of it captured by music. Later that night, Brian's sister, Jean Hyde, was relaxing at home, completely unaware.
When I turned on the news, somebody robbed the bank. And I looked and I was like, there's my brother Brian. Because he was
Sitting on the road.
sitting on the road. And then I said to the kids, does that look like Brian, Uncle Brian? And they said, yeah.
It seemed impossible. Couldn't be true. Jean turned to her husband.
He said, Jean, your brother's not a bank robber. I said, I know my brother's not a bank robber, but it looks like Brian.
And as she watched the standoff play out on TV, she saw exactly how he died.
And you've been watching the last moments of Brian.
Right. My brother was sitting there in handcuffs. Police when he done that. You know, he told us.
What do you mean with that?
Brian needed assistance. Brian needed compassion. Brian needed to be heard, but none of that happened.
Maybe what Brian needed most was for bomb tests to see the device around his neck. Their bomb squad didn't get that chance. Coming from another part of town, they arrived in 2 minutes after the explosion. Commander Tom Stanton shooted out from the bomb. You can remember
The whole story, you can see that, and I don't think how they were storing explosive devices inside what remained of that hallway. Have you ever seen anything like that? No, really, nobody in the United States has seen anything like that.
that included Jerry Clark, with 20 years of law enforcement experience under his belt. He was joined at the scene by his FBI supervisor.
After both of us initially said, oh, God, I can't believe what we saw. And I said, I gotta have this case. And he said, it's yours, let's go.
From the first moments, every move Agent Clark made would be under intense scrutiny.
It was a media frenzy. I mean, live satellite dishes, local, national, international news. It was a big event.
One of the people watching the coverage was Trey Borzolari. On the day Brian Wells died, Trey was a couple of hours away in Buffalo, settling his father's estate.
It was a bittersweet 2 weeks into the whole work office. But hey, I was wrapped up Sunday and reached out with some friends. They were with all me. I was there to say goodbye.
Trey was saying goodbye, closed down, and heading back to his new life in New York City, where he was trying to become a documentary filmmaker. All he needed was a good story.
What do you think we do for this kind of film that you want to see? Well, you know, it has to be something that was shot that really close to it.
While waiting the farewell glance to film, some noticed the purpose of the bank robbery for years.
There was possibly a work on the TV when you play it about and see how the kind of the piece of work from the shot. Everything was like that. Absolutely. How desperate did that really have to be?
Back in Europe, Brian Wells'